Looking for a fast-charging, ultra-responsive stylus for your iPad? Meet the 2X Fast Charge Active Stylus Pen, designed for 2018 to 2025 Apple iPads. Take your creativity and productivity to the next level. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Hey there, tech fans. Welcome back to Google Trends Hub. Today we're talking about Epic Games' CEO Tim Sweeney's scathing critique of Apple and Google. So, you might have heard that Epic Games, the company behind Fortnite and Unreal Engine, has been in a heated battle with these two giants over the years. And let me tell you, it's getting ugly. In fact, Sweeney just called out Apple and Google as gangster-style businesses that will do whatever it takes to get ahead, even if it means breaking the law. Now, we all know Epic Games has been a thorn in Apple's side for years, suing them for monopolistic practices over their App Store. But what's really interesting is how this battle affects the other side of the aisle, Google. Sweeney claims that Google and Apple are textbook self-preferencing, using tactics like warning users about installing non-Play Store apps to scare people away from competing services. For example, when users try to install Epic Games' own store on their Android device, Google sends up a big fat warning message saying it's an unknown source. And guess what? 50–60% of users abandon the attempt. That's right, folks. Google is basically telling people they can't trust this new app because it's not part of the Play Store. It's not just Android, though. On iOS, Apple displays a similar warning when users try to install Epic Games Store. And again, 50–60% of users bail out. Now, you might be wondering why this matters to developers like Epic Games. Well, it turns out that with these warning screens comes some serious friction and fees. On iOS, for instance, Apple collects a core technology fee of 50 cents per install per year on apps with more than 1 million downloads, which basically bankrupts any free-to-play game. It's no wonder Sweeney says major game developers are avoiding the Epic Games Store altogether unless they're huge moneymakers. And that's exactly what Apple wants, to keep all those dollars locked up in their own store, where they can charge an outrageous 30% fee on top of whatever Apple takes. But here's the thing. With new regulations in Europe, the Epic Games Store is finally getting a chance to shine. And we should be excited about that because it means competition for Apple and Google. So, what can we take away from this story? Well, first of all, it's clear that big tech companies will do whatever it takes to stay on top, even if it means bending the rules or breaking them. But the good news is that we have regulators and courts to keep them in check. And secondly, let's not forget that Epic Games has been a trailblazer in this fight for transparency and fairness in the App Store wars. And with new submissions on both Android and iOS just around the corner, it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. Thanks for tuning in to Google Trends Hub. I'll catch you all in the next video.